Away. This round 13 clash, St George top of the table against Rams sitting at the bottom of the table. And we're underway at the Adelaide Oval. Corey Pearson winds up in one of his customary roles. And already the whistle is blown from the referee, Paul McBlain. Possibly a high tackle, the first one of the match. Let's have a look at the incident again. It's Pearson coming up.
Players got him across here, right?
Well, you know.
Put up that trade throughout the game. Be very sure last on players, all right?
It's going on report. I don't think we'll see too much more of that incident. This is Rod Jensen. Takes it to the line, and he's hammered in some good defence from the St George forwards on the 10 metres up. 15 metres out. Walters. Crossfield he goes. Short pass. Gets the ball away for Walters. It's still alive. Long passes out the back line. Can standing wide. Puts on the step. Alan Can goes for the line. And the ball comes loose, but a penalty given by Paul McBlain. Probably raked out by the St George. He's sent him to the sin bin as well by the look of it. Yep, he sent the player to the sin bin. It's a scoring opportunity. I think Daniel Wagon's the man. Here he comes in number 16. There's Murphy in there as well. Just who is it that pulls the ball out? Can't see from that angle, but the referee has picked up Wagon. Sent him to the sin bin.
I don't know why he sent him to the sin bin, Steve. Maybe he gave a bit of cheek or something, because I didn't see anything in that tackle to warrant a sin binning.
I think he felt that St George were in a great scoring opportunity, and it was a professional foul. And so 10 minutes in the sin bin to give St George the advantage.
We won't complain, though.
Benny Custo. Colin Waters also come on with the St George side.
Thank you. Hey, here.
We're just calling out Dion Bird. High tackle, apparently. Gee, I don't know. Some of the high tackles you see get pulled up these days. You do have to wonder where the game is going.
Well, I think there's no excuse for tackling that high. I mean,
Colin Water there. 30 from the line. Good yards for the Rams. Here's Iro. He'll look for something to create. Passes a good ball on for Bird. Bird split him wide open. Comes to the fullback. Lee Murphy drags him down with Anthony Mundine. You just get the feeling the Rams are going to score any minute. Here it goes. Corbo ducks one out the back for Walters. He goes himself, trying to find an option. The Rams have just put it down. A little knock on from Adam Peake.
I was just going to give Adam Peake a rap too. He's doing some good things against his old team, and unfortunately put that one down, which could cost the Rams. Chris Quinn's creating some good things out there for the Rams, creating a lot of opportunities.
Darren Tracy just got a hand to that ball and probably spoiled the delivery to Adam. The Rams have had a few opportunities, not being able to make the most of them so far. Custo at a dummy half. Gets around Bird, splits them open, Custo. Appo's coming across. Also Matt Daylight gets there. Great tackle from behind, Matthew Daylight. Now Wainscoe. Long ball outside for Coyne. They drag him down. So, St George, they're 10 metres out. Danger territory. Hardy's in a dummy half. It comes back for Custo. He's going for the kick. It's a left foot across. St George chasing through. A bit of pressure out there for the winger. He makes a meal of it, but Chris Quinn comes up to save the day. How many times do we see Chris Quinn do that?
There's a man on the spot, isn't he, Chris Quinn, tonight? Hopefully he can keep going.
So many games that I've watched Chris Quinn play in for all the clubs. He is just always there, ready to clean up and save you. Flying high was Rod Jensen, but Chris Quinn again. There he is, Johnny on the spot. As the red on that occasion as Custo pans it on to Lenehan. Good driving defence from the Rams. They really are enthusiastic so far in this first half. Wagon. Here's a... They're on the last, right on the halfway. Cross for Quinn's kick. It's a left footer. Splits the players. Great kick from Quinn. He'll have to get back there, Lenehan. Picks it up in his own 10-metre zone. The chase is good. They've missed him, though. Lenehan allowed to run. Iro ankle taps him as he steps inside him. And another penalty comes from Paul McBlain's whistle. So a line ball.
Release start. Come back, Ram.
Number 15 for St George, Brad Smith. Down the blind side they go. Mark Coyne, who thought he was in trouble moments ago, put the accelerator down that time. Back it goes. Blacklock pushing a couple away, running across field for Hardy. St George now looking dangerous. Ball goes free. Here's Colin Ward. They've got numbers. Ainscough passes it on. Steps back inside St George. They're over. Jimmy Lenahan puts it down. Referee rules the try. First points for St George to even things up. The kick is out wide. The referee calling out one of the Rams players, Andrew Pearce.
Held his arm in like so. Then his momentum carried him forward.
Hit the ground, so.
Sorry?
I reckon the elbow hit the ground.
I'll give you a quick tip. It may have, but the momentum carried him over the line.
Andrew Pearce just querying the referee as to whether it was a double movement. He's down. Yeah, the momentum carried him over. No problem with that try. Andrew Pearce just asking whether or not they should have a look at the video referee. Referee was in no doubt, though, and judging by the replay, correct decision. Nice little swinging arm over the top from Doherty as well. Missed the mark, though.
Yeah, I just had a look at that again. I was a bit...
Away. Now for Luke Felch. Custo's got it. They've lost ground, St George. Great work from Walters. They've driven him back in that play. All offside down this side. May find a penalty against them, but no. Here's Ainscough. Puts the foot down. Only the fullback to beat. Appo gets around him almost. Turns it back inside. St George still with the play. They've got numbers to the right, but they just straighten up. Here's Pearson. Short ball for Coyne. It's tough for Rams player. Could be 6 more. Referee rules that way, and it's play on. 0 tackle. Here's Thompson.
Actually happy with the way we're going. We just need to probably finish our sets off a little bit.
Hang on a second, we've got a breakdown here. The Rams look like they'll score. Matthew Daylight to the line, and a great try from Matthew Daylight. A big bust from the Rams down that right-hand side. The crowd here have come alive early in the second half. Sorry to interrupt you down there, Matthew. Let's go back down to the sideline.
Thank you very much, Steve. Peter, a great start to the second half, but what did Dean say to the boys?
Look, all we want to do is keep doing all the good things that we did in the first 20 minutes, and we control the ball. Sure, we didn't score any tries, probably didn't finish our sets off as well as we would have liked, and we just want to be patient and persistent, and hopefully the points will come. That's a good start.
Thanks very much, Peter. Good luck.
Mark Corbo, take a bow. That was sensational work from the big front row, Mark Corbo.
Yeah, if you have a look who we run over the top of, it was Benny Custo. The big fend on Benny Custo. I think we need to keep running at Benny.
Ainscough gets us underway. This time he goes for the deeper kick. Back for Appo, will hand it on to Pearce, and Pearce winds up, runs straight into the line and bounces off him. Lance Thompson and Luke Felch eventually drag him down, scrum down. St George will work it on the halfway. As it comes for Murphy, who's in the back line. Here's Mundine, who's been quiet, but now he gets an opportunity. Turns it back inside for Jimmy Lenahan. But Williamson's there to drag him down with Dion Bird. Blacklock to dummy half. Short ball, was it forward?
2.
No, it wasn't, according to the referee, Thompson. Now Blacklock. This is Williamson as the shepherd. Thompson to dummy half. Here's Mundine, dangerous in this area. Pearson. St George probably need Mundine to run more to the line in these situations. Just getting the ball away from his support and not causing too many problems for St Rams at the moment. Now Murphy puts the foot down. Lee Murphy for the try line. Just opened up the Rams.
It's a good 4 points, Corey. Is it an advantage?
Let the referee say that was a good 4 points. I gather Corey Pearson was calling for an offside. Referee has allowed the advantage to go on. Lee Murphy scores the try adjacent to the uprights.
Yeah, that's something we didn't need. You know, straight away for St George to hit back after we scored that try.
Yeah,
See there, pretty poor defence there from the Rams.
Corbo stuck out and down. At 18 from halfway. Oh. That was a big hit from Kidwell on Darren Tracy, and he's played it the wrong way. Should have been a penalty.
Yeah, he wasn't square. He wasn't facing his goal line at all, was he?
Get out!
He snapped both of their heads back. Tracy got up and didn't know to work it. In it goes. Picks it up from the back of the pack. Rams are up quickly. That was a very high tackle from Dion Bird. I think he could be in a bit of trouble. stuck his arm out.
It was a reflex action, but it was still high, so you probably took that on the report, I would say.
He's actually hit him on the chest, slid up, and he's pulled out of it. And he may have well have pulled out of it before it had slid up. It looked at it. He's trying to find some support, none there for him. Calling Mundine's name a lot at the moment. Mundine's pushed players out of the way to get in there, but goes back to Custo. This is a pressure kick, goes high. Bird's waiting back there for it. He was taken out. Penalty went to St George.
Took the player out. Who was the first bloke?
Well, Mundine looks as though he's... Is that Mundine or Lenahan? Colin Ward. A little up high. The St George player had been taken out before that incident, and the penalty goes their way. They're right in front. Let's see who took him out here on the replay. Well, it just happened in back play, but it was probably Iro. Just to fire up and get the ball back and complete a good set of 6. 25, just over 25 minutes to go. The clock appears to be stopped at the moment. Here's Ward. Drifts across that, look forward. Not called though. Hardy's got it. Here's Custo. Benny Custo around underneath the post for another 4-pointer to the St George side. The referee wasn't in a great position to call that forward pass. Should have got a call from the touch judges, didn't get it. The try goes to the St George side to put them ahead another 4 points. 18-8 they lead. Let's have a look at it on the replay. Hardy from dummy half. Across it goes for Lance Thompson. This is the ball we're looking at. Swivels around in the tackle. In fact, it's the next play. Now Hardy. Colin Ward. Now Colin Ward runs across the gap. Well, line ball. The referee was in pretty good position to judge that.
Yeah, I'd say a try. Try for mine. They're very good at that, the little short passes, St George. They work a lot on that.
Feel they deserve. And the way they've been doing it is just simple stuff like this. They, as Rod said, they do the simple things very, very well. Benny Custo going in for a try, moving around underneath the post. Once again gives his goal kicker Lee Murphy a strong run from David Kidwell. Ainscough brings him down. A little kick in the face out the back. Here's Pearce. 5 short from the try line. Walters, I see an opportunity to blindside, goes himself. Mark Corbo gets over the line. Can he get the ball down? They push him back into the field of play. Walters at dummy half. Little knock on there. Walters not happy with the decision either. Corbo is big and strong. There's about 3 or 4 St George players there. Then they push him back into the field of play. Walters quickly gets into dummy half, looking for the opportunity down that short side. And there's the little knock on. Fair call. Once again, the Rams find themselves in good position here on the field. Hick winds up. 5 gone for the Rams. Iro. Long pass out to Appo. Appo charging to the line. Does he get it over? Gee, it's close. Referee's going to the video. He may have just got that down on the line. The fans down at that end seem to think it was a try. That's a pretty good indication.
The reaction of the fans sounded good to me. Sounded like it was going to be a try.
Really, there was nothing on there. Plenty of St George defenders there. Graham Appo.
But I said earlier we needed someone to really stand up, and Graham Appo has stood up and scored the try for the Rams and got him back into the match.
It's a great ball from Iro too.
Let's hope he gets over the line.
Appo burrows down low. Let's have a look and see if he gets quite there. Blacklock's holding him up. Down comes the ball. Gets a bit of momentum. I think he may have got it. It's hard to see whether he planted it down there, but certainly had the momentum going forward, and if he does manage to get it down, it was over the line. No worries there. This will be the angle that tells us. And that's a try. The crowd says it's a try. Video referee Barry Barnes tonight will probably give us the green light. Video referee just asking for both angles once again. He's not going to be able to tell from that angle. The only thing you'll see from that angle is he had the momentum going forward. From this angle, The only question in my mind is, does the ball come loose? But before he grounds it, well, I think he's grounded it with his forearm.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he controlled it.
Well, let's have a look and see what the video referee says. He didn't have total control, but he seemed to... There's the try. Forced it with his forearm. Rams fans on both sides of the hill are standing on their feet, expecting a try. This will get the Rams back into it if they can score here. Dion Bird almost splits them open. Pearce, a desperate tackle. Walters out of dummy half. He'll make you pay every time. He's over the line. The referee says still in the field of play, so he'll be forced to play it. Bird. Here's Iro. Little kick behind the line. The chase needs to be good. There it is. It is a try to Graham Appo. Brilliant work from Tony Iro. He saw there was no one behind the line. Graham Appo does the rest of the work and chases through, plants the four-pointer down.
I'll tell you what, he can stiff out a try, Graham Appo. He's a man on the spot, isn't he? Tony Iro, great job getting the ball through the line there, and Graham Appo finishes it. Great stuff.
Nothing on here. Look at this. Tony Iro, little left foot grubber behind the line. Perfectly positioned. Back Mundine goes. Coyne tries to get the kick away, but he'd been better off probably diving on the ball, because Graham Appo did exactly that, and the try is awarded. Here's Iro drifting across. Nothing on. Plenty of St George defenders. Kick is always a great option. Rod Maybon has been saying it all night. And there they get a try from the kick to Appo. Out from the St George line. Walters to Iro. He's calling a player back inside. See that so often from Tony Iro. He'll just drift across field, calling players inside. Don't know which way he's going to go. Walters. There's a long pass out wide for Kidwell. Puts the foot down, goes for the line, splits them open, gets the pass away to his winger. Daylight. Matthew Daylight has scored the try out wide to even things up. It's awarded by Paul McLean. We've got a ball game that's tied up here at Adelaide Oval. Under 5 minutes to go, and it's 20 all.
Great try that. I was just about to say, I think if the Rams can score here, I think we can go and win the game. We seem to have a lot of the momentum in the last couple of minutes, and that try has certainly opened the game up for the Rams. We need to kick this. I think we can go on and win the game.
Well, it's a tough kick. Zyro plays the ball back. Let's have a look at this try again. Terrific work from Sam Falafel, the new player. This is the pass. That's the money ball. Long one out for Kidwell. Look at that, from a standing start. Gets around his man, Wagon. Big fend on there. Daylight just says, I'm here, give me the ball. And Benny Custo again misses the tackle.
I'll tell you what, David Kidwell's been threatening all night out there to do something like that, to bust the line. He's been running really hard off Tony Iro, and there you go. He's paid off there. Matt Daylight, great pick up there and over for the try.
Tough kick out wide.
And I'll tell you what, you can't fault Matty Daylight's game tonight. He's been great tonight.
One of his best performances of the year, but he has just been playing well every week, improving week by week. I can't remember the last draw that's been in the NRL this year, if any. There's been one a couple of weeks ago. This won't be on his mind. Appo as he moves in. This is a good-looking kick. Has it got the legs? There's the flag!
Yes.
22 points to 20. Only minutes to go. We have got one hell of a rugby league game on our hands here. The hometown from a St George player. He'll be loving this tonight. Bird to dummy half, goes himself. This is all they need to do. Nothing silly required. They're not in a hurry, the Rams. Walters. Corbo. St George is going for the intercept. They'll have to watch that. Here's Walters for Iro. Iro standing still, dancing around, goes back the other way now. Iro still going back towards the St George line. Where is Tony Iro going? He's just running out of the park. What is he running down the clock?
He's just run down the clock, yeah.
I have never seen anything like that before in my life. But that's enough to win the game. Very clever play from Tony Iro. The Rams fans